On sideline, we see head coach Neil Payne has an Elon record of 40, 32, and 11 with a conference record of 18, 17, and 5. So he looks to add another win to that tonight. Elon starts off with the ball. Campbell quickly takes it, looking to pass it back to their backfield. What are we expecting from the Campbells tonight here, Jack?
You know, we're going to talk about it a lot tonight as there's 2 games left in regular season play for both these teams, including tonight. For the Camels, you've got to win out if you want a chance. Sitting at 9 conference points, they need all 6 points there, as right now that cusp is about 13. If they lose tonight, they're pretty much out of it. For the Phoenix, a lot's got to happen if they want to clinch maybe a first-round bye doing these first 2 games, even tonight. But they have already clinched that conference championship berth.
And right now, the Phoenix should just be focusing on their game right here. They need to get this win, and if everything else falls into place, that will be great for their team. Right now, we see Campbell getting a kick here in midfield. Maybe they can get something off of this.
Yeah, early foul there on Gabby Hoshak. Early here, just about a minute into this one.
And Campbell gets it right into Elon's defensive end, and Elon just kicks it right out.
That's a name we're going to talk about a lot. Rachel Buckle, number 10 for the Phoenix, down with the ball. Has played just about every second of play through these first 13 games for the Phoenix, or 14 games, I should say.
And Elon's backline has just been unstoppable this season. You got Rachel Buckle, Katie Lowe. They've just been a great defensive option for Elon.
Yeah, that backline we talked about, there's only 9 goals allowed for the freshman in Katie Bisgrove. We won't say she has had an easy job this season, but that strong defensive backline has been a big part to make her job a little bit more simpler when it comes to her.
And Rachel Buckle there again, she just kicked it away from Campbell, not letting them get an opportunity here. She passes it over to Grace Galhouse, taking it up the field, looking to get a play off of this. Now we see Issa Murdoch passing it up, and Campbell just kicks it away. That was good defense by them.
Absolutely. They still had the numbers there, but seemed a little bit beat, but were able to recover, especially with what it looked to be Lydia Totten. Didn't want to have an offsides call there. That's been some bit of an issue a little bit here throughout the season for the Phoenix, but they are able to regather still with the ball in their offensive end.
And Ava Hellner looking to cross the field, and she does, but the ball gets past. A race for it right now, and it gets out. Looks to be Campbell ball.
Right, we're seeing it quickly, but Campbell looks to be playing at their quick pace of play so far, and I think that's going to be the biggest determinant here, especially early in this game, just 3 minutes or so in so far, is whose pace of play are the teams going to be able to play at.
Yeah, and we know Elon is a very fast-paced team, so if Campbell wants to make a difference in this game, put up a fight against the #1 team in the CAA right now, they're going to have to keep up with Elon. Now we see goalie J-Lo Verada with the ball, getting ready to kick it up for Campbell. I know we talked earlier about what Campbell has to do tonight to get a goal to make a difference in this game. What does Elon need to do?
For Elon, they've got to rely on what they've relied on all season, which is that back line and that veteran presence we've seen offensively in both Lydia Totten and Issa Murdoch, the redshirt sophomore. We've seen those people be the difference makers so far this season, along with Ashley Brio we talked about in the open. That's who they've got to rely on here, and especially early here in this game.
And now we see Elon again, taking it up to Campbell's side of the field, passing it to the sideline, looking for a cross to the middle, and Lydia Totten is there, but Campbell's defense is also there to stop it. And that is what they need to do tonight to keep Elon out of the scoring end. Katie Lowe gets ready to pass it in from the sideline. Then we see Ava Hellner get the ball, looking for some feet here. And she passes it down the line to Lauren McCauley. Lauren McCauley trying to beat the Campbell defender, doing a great job keeping the ball in front of her, and it goes out of bounds. Corner kick for Elon coming soon.
McCauley is one of those strong freshmen. We talked about Gabby Hoshak. We're going to talk about them a lot tonight. Even though she's maybe had a little bit of a down year versus last year for McCauley, she's still been a big offensive presence.
And we see Grace Gelhaus with the ball, Passing in, she's trying to get around Campbell, and it just ricochets off of Campbell's defensive leg, and it goes out of bounds again. Ready for Jayla Verada to kick it out.
Yeah, smart play. We don't see it often, but it is early for the Phoenix to allow for Hoshak and Galhouse to take that one in and just be able to dribble it in there with no defensive presence on that corner. With that cross ball in, it hit off a couple people's bodies on the way in. That there wasn't much that Lydia Totten could do there.
Yeah, and Elon has done a great job tonight getting the ball into Campbell's defensive end and getting opportunities. This is just what they need to get the game going, and Katie Lau kicks it out. And number 6, Zara Fapesi there with the header, keeping the ball in Elon's defensive end. And it goes out, and they are saying Campbell ball. This could be a great opportunity for Campbell right now.
Absolutely, it's got to be capitalizing if you're the Camels on every opportunity you get down here. You've got numbers even. It's not like you're having to defend against that strong back line we've talked about already. You have to capitalize on these throw-ins and on these offensive third possessions.
And we see Abigail Norman throw in, and Elon's just right there, kicking the ball back out, giving Campbell another chance here on the sideline. And Abby Connolly passing it up to Megan Bernetti, who passes it to the middle. Campbell looking to get it down more in the defensive end with the header. Gets all the way back to Zara Fapesi in the corner. Gets it to the middle, and Campbell almost there with an opportunity. Elon's defense just there to stop it. And another header by Campbell. I feel like we're going to see this a lot tonight, Jack.
Already you've seen on your screen that presence that is Katie Lowe, the only grad student on the team and the tallest player on the squad for the Phoenix on the back line. As that one calls a foul, ends up for a free kick for Rachel Buckle there. Katie Lowe on that near side for us here. You see this replay one more time. Foul goes against Cowley Backlund, who we've talked about already. Allows for a setup for Rachel Buckle. She's the one going to be taking these free kicks most of the time anyways because of the boot on her, even on that back line. So look for this one to get across that midfield line.
And even though Elon's pinned pretty far back with this free kick, this is definitely a great opportunity that they can build off of. Get the ball back into Campbell's end like they've been for most of the game. We see Lydia Totten against number 18, Callie Backlund right there, and it just went out of bounds. And right there, we see Rachel Buckle with the aggressiveness, getting the ball away from Campbell. We're going to need to see more of that tonight if Elon needs to get the ball out of their defensive end. And Callie Buckland passing it through the middle. And again, Elon's defense is just there getting it out. Great job by the back line. And Ava Hellner with the great kick up the field. Lydia Totten with the ball, trying to get around the Campbell defender, passes it to Gabby Hoshak. And what a shot! Oh, just wide of the net. That was a great opportunity for the Elon Phoenix.
Yeah, it looks like that goes in as offside there. But good opportunities. We see Kennedy Jones on that play, but it was all those offensive weapons we've talked about. Hoshak, McCauley, Totten, Murdoch was the one who was able to get that cross that came earlier up in the midfield. But great movement with the ball, something we don't all see all the time from the Phoenix.
And Campbell's defense has just been doing great against Elon, this really offensive-heavy team. We see a lot of goal scorers throughout the Phoenix squad, and Campbell's just doing a great job counteracting the goal opportunities they're trying to do. And now we see this again right here. Campbell's defense just making a difference, getting the ball away from Katie Lau right there. And we see it's Campbell ball. Great play by their defensive end. And Gabby Hoshak giving it to Lydia Taunton. Back to the middle. Phoenix look to pass it again to the outside. And with the shot, Campbell blocking it again. Like we said earlier, a lot of headers coming from this Campbell squad. And with another shot, Campbell's defense is just always blocking. And Lydia Taunton with a second effort, but she just couldn't get it on net.
Right now, the biggest story for Campbell's defense-wise has been their ability to affect shots and open lanes inside the 18 box. You see here, it was a body on Lydia Taunton that couldn't get her foot all the way off.
And Campbell's doing a great job stopping Elon's second effort, as we saw their 3 shots in the span of a few seconds, and Campbell was there to stop it every time. And we do have a sub. Jillian Garrison will be subbing in for number 23, Caitlin Boucher. What are we planning on seeing, Jack, from Garrison getting subbed in?
Garrison allows for fresh legs is the biggest thing. Even here we see as they take a little bit of time just potentially for a sub, and as the trainer goes out and checks on Boucher. Garrison, that true freshman out of Stanford, North Carolina, didn't play in the last matchup against Northeastern. Looks like Boucher might actually be okay, but it might be too late. Will end up being the transition. Right in front of our press box here. Looks like maybe something right at the eye, right under the eye. Whether that was an elbow or the ball that hit Boucher, but
looks like she is planning on subbing back in a second here. But we're looking right now, Elon, what's at stake? They can win the CAA regular season title tonight with a win, and the following need to happen. Hofstra needs to beat Monmouth, and we need to see Northeastern beat or tie against Stony Brook.
We take a look just around the CAA, those games that matter for the Phoenix here. 56-minute Northeastern and Stony Brook, or 56 minutes in, I should say. 1-1. So that's a tie, would count there for the Phoenix. But Monmouth is up on Hofstra, just 12 and a half or so minutes into their game. Just like us, they started right at 7, so it will be a late decision if we see anything happen tonight, at least on our broadcast, that should be.
But right now, Elon just needs to focus on winning this game themselves. With the ball in the midfield, Elon, again, looking at to pass it. They get the ball in front of Campbell's defenders, and Campbell's goalie is just right there, ready to get the ball. I like to see the aggressiveness from her.
Yeah, definitely aggressive to have her come all the way out there. Had to wait for that to cross into the 18-yard to pick up the ball there, but we'll see if that continues to be a factor. Whether she comes out, we've seen it on other sides. Katie Bisgrove definitely a little bit more reserved sometimes from coming out all the way out there. So we'll definitely keep an eye on that if that becomes a story on a one-on-one or a breakaway that we've seen these Phoenix have sometimes.
And it's Elon ball on the sideline right now. Kennedy Jones, Rachel Buckle actually, trying to get it away from Campbell's offense and trying at a shot there, couldn't get it. Up the sideline, the ball goes back to the midfield. Little elbow there from 23 into Elon's player. As the game goes on, do we see this becoming a more aggressive game?
This could become a physical game, absolutely. Riley, not a very physical team just as a whole are the Phoenix. No one really in issue of any yellow card or anything on the season like we see maybe on the men's side for this Phoenix squad. But we see early, there's definitely been some pushing and shoving just a little bit. We saw a player get knocked down. Looked like it was Issa Murdoch on that last play. No foul there called, though. We'll see if that continues to be a factor, like you said.
Back up the field, the ball goes, and Campbell's there to stop it. Number 3, Abigail Normand, up the sideline. Lauren McCauley there to stop it, kicks it out of bounds. It is Elon ball.
The Camels sideline didn't love that call going against their way. But it was great defense there by Lauren McCauley to make sure that it last touched someone in orange.
And we're seeing some physicality there between Megan Bernetti and Lydia Taunton in the midfield. Got to keep an eye on that as the game further goes on. But Campbell Back down the sideline the ball goes, and it's Elon ball again.
There's a couple players on this Phoenix squad. If it is going to be a physical matchup, you look to them to see if it is. That is Lydia Totten in the offensive side, and it's Katie Lowe in the defensive end. Not necessarily always pushing and shoving, but just making her presence known, whether that's a hand on the back or whatever it may be on her near side play here.
And I feel like we are going to hear Abigail Norman's name a lot tonight. She's having a very big presence in the midfield, getting the ball up the sideline every play. And now we see Riley Terrell in the corner with number 9, Katie Lowe, getting it out. It's Campbell's ball.
On these close throw-ins here for the Camels, it's the matchup we talked about earlier with Katie Lowe.
And Abigail Norman to the center of the field, and Elon's backline just getting it out again. What a great play by Elon's defense. Grace Galhouse saving the ball from going out. Let's see if they can get an opportunity here. She hands it off to Ava Hellner. Passes it right back, actually. Trying to get it up the sideline, and that's what they do. The ball bounces out. We see Campbell here with the throw-in. Elon getting it right from them. Going back up the sideline just like what they tried to do, but instead this time they're going back to the middle. Back to the midfield. I feel like we're saying that a lot tonight. Getting the ball right in front of Campbell. In the corner. Issa Murdoch with the ball. What's she gonna do? She turns to the middle, passes it, and Campbell's defense kicks it right out. But we see right here, Rachel Buckle with an effort. And we see there's a foul called on Elon. It's going Campbell's way with the free kick.
We saw as she was coming up. You see in this replay one more time. Definitely an aggressive. You see the jersey tug there on Buckle. That's what gets her the foul called on her. But we saw them just trying to get across that midfield line to get to that ball. People pulling back and forth on each other. That one does go in the Camels' favor. And like we said, that Camels sideline is electric. Getting very excited even early here, just about 15 minutes in.
And Riley Terrell right there just swooping in, stealing the ball from Elon. Campbell looking to get an opportunity off of that, but they can't. Elon steals the ball, passes it to the middle to Lydia Taunton. Lydia Taunton up the sideline. Issa Murdoch in a foot race with Campbell, and she can't seem to get it. Campbell playing really good keep away right now and just kicks the ball out, so it's going to be Elon ball.
A very good defense there by Campbell, but also offensively by Lydia Taunton to keep that ball in because she knew it went off of her teammate, and to keep that ball in this half of the field for the Phoenix.
And Campbell consistently just keeps getting in front of these Elon balls that they're kicking, and that's definitely going to make a difference as it is now throughout the whole game if they can keep stopping these shot attempts and these kick attempts. Right there in the middle, we see a save right there by Campbell goalie.
It was a play right there, though. We talked about her coming out earlier in the game. That one got me a little nervous as she took a few steps forward, and that ball didn't look like it was going to travel all the way. Thought if she doesn't catch it, that could be dangerous for the Camels, but after a misheader by both the Camels and Lauren McCauley, she's able to collect that one and sets up for a free kick, moving all her players down back to the midline.
And you can definitely see the difference in play by both of the goalies. J-Lo Verada a bit more aggressive coming out of the net, whereas Elon's goalie, Katie Bisgrove, she's kind of staying back more. And Elon with the ball on the sideline, throwing it in to Kennedy Jones. She gets it up. Passing it to the left side of the field it goes. Grace Galhouse, again, in a foot race against Campbell. Feels like we're going to be saying that a lot tonight. Campbell's showing a lot of speed right now. And Campbell's defense just constantly getting the ball out of their end, doing a great job with all the pressure that Elon is putting on them. And with another shot attempt, Campbell just there to block it. Lydia Taunton getting denied by Campbell's defense. Ava Hellner, the sideline, and Campbell again there to kick the ball out. But we got Rachel Buckle there to save it. And it seems like Elon's defensive line is playing a big role in getting the ball up. And another missed opportunity there for the Elon Phoenix. Just missing the ball. But back to what I was saying before, it seems like Elon's defensive line is doing a great job helping with the offensive transition up the field. They are passing it back a lot to them. They're getting these kicks up the sideline, giving them opportunities. Elon just needs to prioritize on them and get more shots on net.
We talked a lot about Buckle. We're going to talk about her a lot more. The other person on that back line is on that far side in Grace Gelhaus, listed as a defender, but she could be anywhere on the field at any time because of that speed. Had a hat trick as a freshman last season and has been huge on that back line while also creating offensively for the Phoenix.
And speaking of Grace Gelhaus, she just made a great play getting the ball from Alyssa Tucker, giving Elon an opportunity up the sideline. Issa Murdoch to the middle. Campbell's defense just there again. We're going to keep saying this. They're playing a great defensive game tonight.
Yeah, we talked a lot about this back line, and we're going to continue for the Phoenix. But right now, it's been the brightest spot for the Camels has been that defensive back line, putting their bodies, everyone on this field, putting their bodies on the line, getting in front of all the kicks off the strong boots of each of the Phoenix because they know this game matters.
And that is exactly what they need to do. Come in here and make a difference. Cause a ruckus at Rudd Field. Put a fight up against this Elon team. With the ball in the middle, they pass it over to the sideline. Elon looks to get it into Campbell's offensive end. And Kennedy Jones looking to hand it off to someone right now. And with Campbell's defense getting it out of their defensive end right there. What a great play by them. We now see Zahara Fapesi up the sideline.
We saw right there defensively or offensively I should say for the Phoenix, not able to capitalize on what they had. A little bit mistakes defensively from the Phoenix and had the numbers. Lauren McCauley not able to get a foot on it. Goes back in the Camels' direction, but we see that defensive presence in Rachel Buckle running far side to near side just to defend against the Harper-Pesci. That one goes in Elon's favor.
And Elon's getting a lot of opportunities up the sideline. As we see right here, passing it to the middle. They just couldn't prioritize off of this opportunity as Campbell's defense just gets it right out as they've done all game.
Yeah, the cross in there was very pretty. Issa Murdoch wasn't able to get something on it, but there on Lauren McCauley, looks like thrown off there as she gets the ball back here outside the 18. Lauren McCauley looks a little bit off her game after that first miss. And not able to collect the ball, but here she is playing defense.
And we see Kennedy Jones chasing after Campbell player right there, letting the ball go out. Now it's Elon's ball on the sideline. See if they can get an opportunity off of this.
The senior to the grad student right there, Kennedy Jones, you see wearing that red armband, the only captain on this Phoenix squad. The midfielder who, like a lot of people on this in the back half for the Phoenix, can be pretty much anywhere at any time on this pitch.
And Lauren McCauley right there, almost with an opportunity, and we see Campbell's defense get it right out. Campbell's ball as the ball goes out of the sideline. And as we look at some stats of the game right now, we see Elon with 4 shots, Campbell with 1. None of them being shots on goal. How can these teams fix that in the rest of the game, Jack?
Offensively, there's not much you can do when you've seen such strong backlines, right? The 4 shots is a great look to be up 3 for the Phoenix, but every shot has gone straight into the body or straight off a foot as we get a few more substitutions here by the Camels. Tyler Bond and Gillian Garrison come in. Garrison, who we talked about earlier, she comes in here, I should say, for both Callie Backlund, one of the captains, and Kendall Lincoln.
And we see a foul here by Elon. Gabby Hoshak awarding a free kick to Tyler Campbell. Sorry, Tyler Boggin, my bad. And Campbell there looking for an opportunity. Elon just kicking it out of bounds. We see Zara Bahesi passing it in. Looking to cross it to the middle. Elon's defense getting it out. Foot race between Lydia Taunton, and she gets it. Up the sideline she goes. The rest of the Elon squad needs to get up there and help her out. And Normand, the pass up the sideline. Katie Lowe getting the ball away from her. Gabby Hoshak to the side. And Issa Murdoch with the shot, just wide of the net.
That's got to be the best shot Murdoch has seen so far today, though. All the other one's been trying to cross in to get a teammate involved, but that one she had almost the angle. As we get our first substitution, we see the game. The shot one more time. Great defense ready there for J-Lo Verada, but just wide, didn't even need to get a hand on it. We get first transition here for the Phoenix. We talked about her earlier. It's Ashley Brio coming in for Lauren McCauley. Murdoch has been that rock for the Phoenix, even though she did not play last season due to injury. She's the redshirt sophomore. She's had 12 starts in 14 games this season, has 5 goals, and has played full 90, only one game, but has been a big presence because of that new season after a strong freshman year.
And Issa Murdoch crossing it to the middle, and with the shot on net, Lydia Taunton just misses it, hits her right in the center of her chest. That was a great play, though, by the Phoenix. Definitely putting pressure on Campbell.
Great offensive play there. Taunton looks a little defeated there. That's not what you can see, not what you want to see if you're head coach Neil Payne, but right off the foot. But J-Lo Verada knew exactly where she needed to be for that play. Great defensive effort there by her. Goes straight to the chest, and she tries to get started early and quickly there.
And as we've been talking all game, Campbell's defense has been the rock for this match. So Elon needs to prioritize off of the holes they can find in their defense, and that's how they are going to get a shot on net, and maybe even a goal if they can get it to hit the back of the net. And Campbell's ball up the sideline.
Most of the possession, it seems, for this whole game so far has been played either in the midfield or the edge of that attacking third for the Camels, and the offensive third for the Phoenix. The Phoenix have been stopped, yes, 6 goals, only 6 shots, I should say, only 1 on goal, but the biggest disparity so far is this one gets taken into the corner and goes out in the Camels' favor. 3 fouls against the Phoenix and 3 offsides calls versus only 1 foul for the Camels.
And that's definitely going to make a difference in tonight's game. You do not want to be getting offsides calls because that is going to take away from your opportunities for shots on net, as we see Campbell just kick it right out.
That one does go off of Grace Gelhaus, it looks like. Should set up that first corner kick we were talking about. Now each team should have one here. This is where the Phoenix have had that bright spot. We talk about the back line being so strong. When the box gets real crowded here, chaos can ensue.
And with the corner kick, Elon's defense puts it right back out, giving Campbell their second corner kick right in a row. We see Abigail Normand going to the corner, giving a little switch up here for Campbell. Maybe make a difference right now. And Normand with the kick to the middle. 29, there to read it, 29 with the pass. And with the header, but the ball dribbles out of bounds.
Entering the match for the Camels is number 11.
And we see some subs going in right now. Number 11, Emily Rubio. Ava Kagner, number 13. And we also see Natalie Jameson getting subbed in, giving Campbell some fresh legs here. But we see Elon up the sideline, looking to pass it to the middle. And again, Campbell's defense just there. Looks like Elon was calling for a foul there, some sort. Maybe a tripping call. They did not get it, did not go their way. So the ball goes back to Campbell.
Yeah, Galhouse, we'll see on this replay by our ESV crew, does hit the deck. Doesn't look like there was any extracurriculars from the other squad, but smiling, asking maybe for that foul. Doesn't get it. But she's in good spirits, gets right back up.
And that's what you got to do. You got to focus on the next play. If something doesn't go your way, get back up, like you just said, smile, and get on with it. So that's what you got to do in soccer. Ava Hellner with the ball. Passes it off to Gabby Hoshak. Ball dribbles out of bounds. Campbell's ball on the sideline. And right back out the ball goes by a header from Elon. So Campbell's ball again here, looking to pass it in. Let's find these orange jerseys is probably what they're thinking. And Kennedy Jones there to meet the ball. Passing it to the middle, and Elon getting pushed to the ground right there. Up the sideline, Campbell goes. And what a great play there by Kennedy Jones, getting it away from the the Campbell offensive player right there. And Ava Kagner, a sub that just came in there with the pass to the middle, but Elon's defense is there to meet it. We see Ashley Brio there passing the ball up, going at it again, but Campbell, the ball just keeps finding these orange feet. Can't seem to get it away, but now Elon has the ball. Gets it onto Campbell's side of the field. And Campbell looks to recollect itself, getting the ball back to their goalie, Jayla Verado. And Jack, do we think it's going to be a problem that we haven't seen that many shots on goal tonight by either team?
Not with how these squads are playing, especially through about the first 30 minutes of play here. Both teams we knew could be a defensive battle, and so far, especially Campbell's defense has showed up tonight in their defensive third. Both teams have been able to still score 26 goals on the season to 24 for Campbell. They're able to make shots happen. 1.5 goals a game for the Camels versus 1.9 goals a game for the Phoenix, as Leah Totten takes her first rest with about 13 and a half minutes or so to play here in the first half. Fresh legs has been the biggest story, I think, for the Camels so far with their substitutions. Just a second substitution for the Phoenix as Jess Beck comes in.
And we see Elon with another push here. They keep going to the left side of the field. Seems like that's going to happen a lot tonight, but they just switched it. It's number 9, Katie Lowe, but Campbell just takes it right away. And Elon with the foul. Look to be Katie Lowe. Campbell's going to get a free kick out of this. And I think this is the closest free kick we have seen tonight to the net. So that ponders the question, is Campbell going to get an opportunity tonight out of this?
It's capitalizing on these opportunities for the Camels. Right, we talked about it. Both defenses have been strong. It's about who's going to make the first mistake. We'll see if something happens here.
And Megan Bernetti with the pass to the middle. Campbell looks to head it. Ball goes out. And as we said about prioritizing your opportunities, that was a great play, just didn't go their way there. Taking a look at Elon's losses this year, they lost to Towson 1-2, College of Charleston 0-3. So do we think the lack of scoring for Elon is going to be an issue? Because when we have seen these losses by this Elon squad, it has been a low-scoring game for their side of the ball.
Absolutely, but I think the biggest difference is the wins for Phoenix. Riley, those wins, 3 have come at a 1-0 opportunity. Others have come at 2-1, 2-0. You have 4 games that have come at a one score difference. I think that this low scoring sometimes can bode well for the Phoenix here, as they can score late minute. Once people get tired, they've got fresher legs potentially if they aren't transitioning as much as the Camels are here.
And Rachel Buckle there to meet the pass back, giving it to midfield, but Campbell's feet's just there. Ball goes out of bounds. It is Campbell ball on Elon's side of the pitch.
It's the second time we've seen it in just the last about 2 minutes. Grace Gelhaus did it the first time. Rachel Buckle there decides, let's just kick it out of bounds. Let them reset. They were going to have the ball anyways, but let's maybe stop that pace of play that the Camels are playing with pretty quick here so far. They are taking their time on some of their throw-ins, but once the ball is in play, they're going.
And Campbell just being relentless here. They keep taking the ball from Elon when Elon's taking it away, and the ball goes out of bounds again. Campbell with another opportunity here on the sideline. And Elon with a great defensive play there. Getting an opportunity on the sideline to pass it in. Elon being a bit speedy here, trying to get the ball in fast with only 10 minutes left of this first half. Passes it in to Jess Beck, who passes it back to Buckle. Buckle looking for some feet here. Finds an opening and gets it up the field. And Campbell's defense meets it again. We saw a lot of Elon in the first part of this first half in Campbell's defensive side of the field, and I feel like that has switched a lot, but we're going back here right now. Grace Gelhaus with the ball, looking with a shot, and the ball goes just left of the goal. Seems to be some contact there as J-Lo Verada slow to get up. Let's hope she's okay, limping a little bit.
We see this replay one more time. That ball gets in off the body of Jess Beck. That's another one we talked about, being aggressive, coming out of the box a little bit more to meet Jess Beck there, trying to get the hand on the ball. Collides there. Both look to be okay as it sets up a corner kick here.
And Ashley Brio taking the corner kick here, like you just said.
Definitely a scary.
And Rachel Buckle there to meet it, but Campbell heads it away. Back to Elon, the ball goes. And just the aggressiveness and the relentless from this Campbell defense is not letting Elon get opportunities in front of the net. And Campbell meeting the ball that Katie Lowe kicked. And with the score, Campbell goes up 1-0 in the first half. What a great shot by the Campbell Camels right there. What did we see here, Jack? How did they get this opportunity?
It all started, it has to be that missed kick there by Katie Bisgrove. Just wasn't able to place it where the people in white were. Allows to set up that assist there.
And a goal there by Tyler Bognan. What a great shot, getting it right out of Katie Bisgrove's hands there, not allowing her to get a hand on it and just hitting the back of the net. This is going to be a great boost of energy for Campbell, going up 1-0. This half's about to be over. What does Elon need to do to either get a shot on goal here, maybe get a goal, or when they go into halftime, what are they going to do to regroup?
Just got to keep playing their game. We've seen it. We see it one more time, just being able to bury it in the back of the net there as play gets restarted. Heather Bond, the freshman, this is her third goal on the season, was just set up to be able, we talked about coming out of the box with J-Lo Verada. That was maybe the mistake there that happened for Katie Bisgrove, having to come out and kick it away. Off the pass back to her from Ava Hellner allowed her not to be back maybe in place for it when it came to her, as this one goes in the Camels' favor. Just her first shot of the day results in her first goal of the day and our first one here at Rudd Field. But it's playing their game and continuing to play how they like to play and play their offensive and defensive game, which we've seen the Phoenix do timeless and time again here, especially on Rudd Field this season. They are 6-0-1 at home this season, have yet to be beaten and look to keep it that way, especially here in conference tonight.
And there's no question that we're going to see this Phoenix squad fight back here against the Camels. They've been great this season, really resilient, and we all know Katie Bisgrove, been one of the best goalies in the CAA. She will be great the rest of the game. She just needs to forget about this and move on to the next play. As we see Elon going up the sideline, Kennedy Jones with the ball, beating the Campbell defender, and getting it to the middle, just misses the net.
Yeah, it looked like he was even trying to just be across in, had those white jerseys in the box, potentially have an effect once that ball got in, but that one just a little bit too close to the end line, wasn't able to curve it back in.
And she did a great job beating her defender up the sideline. She just needed to hook that ball a little bit more left, getting it to the middle so they could get that opportunity on goal. But it's great to see the resilience they're showing, still going at it on offense and getting the ball out of their defensive end. That is just what they need to do to put pressure on the Campbells after going down 1-0 here at the end of the first half.
Yeah, it's a long game here tonight. Still about 6 minutes to play here in the first half, and we've got a whole nother 45 after that. The Phoenix cannot get down here
This
and
is
lose
nothing,
who they are.
Yeah, this is nothing to hold your head down about. It's just 1-0. One shot will get this game all tied up. So Elon has nothing to worry about. They just need to keep doing what they're doing, not make a mistake like Katie Bisgrove did, because that's what gave Campbell their opportunity. But otherwise, they just need to keep doing what they're doing, and they're doing it again right now. But Campbell, like we've said all game, just keeps getting in front of every pass, every kick that Elon is having in Campbell's defensive end, and Elon needs to find a way to get around that. With the cross to the middle of the ball, dribbles out of bounds. Going to be a goal kick by Jay Laverada. And as J-Lo gets ready to kick the ball, Campbell's ready to receive it. Hopefully get it up the sideline, because they're definitely still hungry for another goal here. And Natalie Jamison with a great pass up the sideline, but Elon gets the ball back quickly. Looking across the field here to Katie Lowe. And Campbell's offense being really speedy right now, getting in front of the ball. And we see Ashley Brio there, the little push. And we can hear the Phoenix talking there. That's great to hear. You always need to be talking on the field. That's how they're going to be on the same page and not let a mistake happen again. And Grace Galhouse with the ball, passing it to the middle. We see Issa Murdoch there. And Campbell's defense doing what they do best, just getting the ball out of their zone. Campbell showing a little bit of footwork here, getting the ball away from Elon. And Ava Hellner there to meet the ball. Looking for some Elon feet. Passes it to the middle. A little bit of speed here from Elon. Passes it to the side. And Elon just couldn't prioritize off of that opportunity right there.
Yeah, great cross in there, though, by Kennedy Jones to see Grace Galhouse get it over to Jess Beck. Her shot just goes straight into a Campbell defender, like we've said all night long.
Campbell has just been on lock tonight on defense. They're heading every ball that comes their way, kicking the ball out. Just doing a great job right here as the ball goes up to Elon's feet up the sideline with the pass to the middle. And with the save there, not letting Elon get an opportunity, not letting them get a shot on goal. That was a great play by Jay Laverada.
We've talked about it all night, that aggressiveness out of Verada to come up in the box more. That one almost ended very poorly as she wasn't able to catch that first one that came in and had to just kind of go try to dive on it. Still wasn't able to get it, but it was one of her teammates who was able to kick it out. No foul called on that hard collision.
And J-Lo Verada, like you were just talking about, definitely getting these lucky bounces here tonight. As Campbell takes the ball up the sideline, goes right through Campbell's offensive legs, and Elon gets the ball back. With just 1 minute and 50 seconds left, Elon looks to get the ball to their offensive end, but Campbell steals it. We see a pass in the middle, and Katie Bisgrove is there to meet it.
Bisgrove was able to just swallow that ball up. There wasn't many defenders in the area to cause trouble, but yeah, absolutely capitalizing on these last 90 seconds just to see the Phoenix play their ball, potentially get a shot here. This one gets crossed over, but more than anything, they got to keep playing their game, and that's what we've seen so far, even after that first goal by the Camels.
And now all Elon needs to do is respond. That is going to be the main topic in their locker room when they go in there. How are we going to respond? Are we going to be the team that comes out and hangs their heads, or are we going to be the team that comes out here ready to be on fire, getting shots on net, and trying to get a goal to tie this game up? And with the cross to the middle, we see J-Lo Verada meet the ball. Good play by her coming out of the net, like we've talked about all night, her aggressiveness. She's doing a great job with that.
This is where the Camels, though, will take their time. We talked, they were playing quick earlier. Just a great catch there. A comeback maybe play after that first one she missed. Takes about 15 seconds off the clock just for that goal kick. Just about less than 30 seconds now for the Phoenix to try to do something here.
And time management is so important in a game like this. You got to take those key seconds off the clock, not let the other team get opportunities like maybe we see right now here with 10 seconds left of the game. Rachel Buckle
10,
getting this free kick.
9, 8, 7.
And it goes to the
6,
middle.
5.
And Campbell's there to meet it. But we see Ashley Brio just not enough on that in Campbell's defense. Getting it out. At the half
Of this regular season.
And that is why this game is so important for Elon. They need to get this win to separate them from the other two teams. And as the second half starts, the ball goes directly out of bounds. It is Campbell's ball.
We talked about it before. The Phoenix, its destiny is in their hands. They win out. Nobody can beat them, as we saw there. They came into the day in first. So nothing can change if they win out, but they've got to do that first.
And Campbell already with this offensive firepower going up the sideline. Ball goes out. Ref says it's Elon's ball.
Phoenix sideline like that. Camels, not so much.
And Jordan Green passes it in. Ashley Brio giving it back to the defensive line, looking to get it out of their defensive end. And back and forth the ball goes on the sideline. Rachel Buckle with the boot, getting it to the middle. Issa Murdoch meeting it there. But the Camels just getting to the ball first. And Kendall Lincoln with the ball, passing it up the side. And Rachel Buckle is there, getting the ball out of bounds. It is Campbell ball, though, in Elon's defensive end. And if Campbell really wants to make a statement here, this is where they need to get their shots on goal right out of the bat. Come at this Elon squad. Show them who's boss. The ball goes in, goes to Campbell's feet. Looking to the middle, and Katie Bisgrove with the save right there, getting out of her net, stopping the ball, not letting Campbell get to it.
A great defensive play from, now not a veteran, she is the true freshman, we talked about her, but she's been making veteran plays all season. We see that one more time. Doesn't allow the goal scorer in Tyler Boggin to get a boot on it there. But you're absolutely right, it's prioritizing those offensive opportunities, if you're the Camels, both teams really, it was a couple slight mistakes that allowed them to score the first one. Prioritize open and good shots if you're the Camels.
And like you said with mistakes, obviously for Elon, that was a really bad mistake, but for Campbell, that was a great opportunity for them. And now we see them go up the sideline again. And the play has stopped. It is going to go back Elon's way with the free kick.
The offside's the first one we've seen called on the Camels there. Allows for another free kick. We talked about it, the boot that Rachel Buckle has on her. She takes most of the long ones.
She does a great job getting the ball as far up the field as possible. Elon just needs to take these opportunities and go with it. Get it into get it into Campbell's defensive end. And Campbell just seems to be there every time, stealing every ball, every possible chance. They're taking it, and that is why they're up 1-0 right now. Taking the ball to the corner, and Katie Lowe with the great defensive play getting the ball out of bounds.
Both Camels and Phoenix alike thought it was their ball. Saw multiple refs. Looked like they were pointing in the direction of the Camels. Does go that way, but stoppage of play there to change out the balls. Still Camels ball in their defensive end. A little bit of substitution on who's throwing it in.
And with the speed there, getting it right in. And the ball dribbles out of bounds. It is Elon's ball with a goal kick.
A smart play there, though a little bit of distraction maybe on who was on the outline. On the outline allows for the Phoenix to kind of be out of center and not ready for that throw in, and they try to capitalize on the speed that they have there, but just goes out of bounds and ends up in a goal kick. Then sent by Rachel Buckle, still goes out. Campbell's ball again.
With the throw in, Elon there to meet it with a header. Taking the ball into midfield goes Kennedy Jones. Looking for a pass to the outside. Jordan Green meets it. Looks for Issa Murdoch, and now it is a foot race up the sideline. And Campbell ultimately gets it, but Issa Murdoch keeping it in. Keeping the ball in. Issa Murdoch next to the goal, passing it to the middle with the shot. And J-Lo Verada there to catch the ball, not letting it go past her.
Just great offensive moves there by Issa Murdoch to keep the ball in front of her and not at the feet of the Phoenix. You'll see a replay here by her SV crew, able to get the ball in to Jess back. She isn't able to get enough of her foot on it to put it out of the reach of J-Lo Verada, but great defensive play and a great snag there all the way out stretch is Verada as that one goes off of the Camels.
And that was a great shot there by Elon. Just needed to get a little bit more power, a little bit more height on it to get it over J-Lo Verada, but that is a great start to the second half. Getting the ball back, Elon looks to cross field. Number 9, Katie Lowe, getting the ball, but Campbell ultimately takes it, getting it back on their offensive end. Another foot race we see going up the sideline. Rachel Buckle there to stop the ball. And Campbell with the ball back. Passing it to the corner with the boot on the ball. And Elon there to meet it. Ashley Brio passing it. Gets to Issa Murdoch's feet. And back to Brio it goes. And just a little bit too much on that ball right there as it goes out of bounds into Campbell's sideline.
And not able to place it exactly where she wanted to, but good offensive moves there between Jordan Green, Issa Murdoch, and Ashley Brio. She tried to get that upfield a little bit more in between a bunch of orange jerseys.
And as the ball goes out of bounds, it is Campbell's ball here, looking to pass it in, trying to find some orange jerseys here. And Elon thinks it's their ball, but the refs say otherwise. Campbell's ball again, going up the sideline. They're just moving up slower and slower. And if Elon wants to get a momentum shift right now, they're going to need to get the ball in Campbell's end. As we see in these first few minutes of this second half, the ball has greatly been on Elon's defensive end, so they're going to need to change that narrative. Get the ball in Campbell's zone. And Jordan Green looking to pass the ball in. Issa Murdoch with it at her toes. Trying to go back to Issa Murdoch there. Campbell there to meet it. And a missed kick there. Met by Elon. Giving them another shot here. But and a foul on the play right there, the refs say. Elon awarded a free kick. We see Rachel Buckle run up the sideline, ready to put her powerful boot on this ball. And with the kick, both Elon and Campbell there to meet it. Issa Murdoch. And with the shot, Elon just misses it as Campbell's defense gets it out of their zone. What a great play by Campbell's defense, not letting Elon capitalize on that shot attempt.
In a tight box like that, we talked about it with the corner kicks. Chaos can ensue. Chaos almost ensued there. But a good block. Off the foot, looked like could have been Jess Beck. Was able to be hit back out by the Campbell's defense there inside the box.
And as we see this game continue to go on, Campbell's defense just keeps coming up every time we see a play by Elon. So what is Elon going to need to do to get around this defense?
Right now it's looking like there has to be a mistake that's made, and the biggest part of that is capitalizing on those mistakes by the Campbell's defense. We saw one earlier by J-Lo Verada, and the Phoenix weren't able to capitalize. Whereas the Camels, on every defensive mistake, I should say, Riley, by the Phoenix, have been able to capitalize. We saw it especially on that goal by Tyler Bogon.
And that's definitely the biggest difference maker here as J-Lo Verada kicks the ball out. And it doesn't go out of bounds. Elon saves it. Does not go in their favor, though, there. Campbell gets a touch on it. But back to Elon the ball goes. And Campbell just kicks it out of bounds. And Rachel Buckle with the ball at her feet. And Campbell with the throw in here in Elon's defensive end. And Ava Hellner looking out to the right side of the field. And the ball goes back to Katie Lowe. And Campbell just being aggressive here. Elon giving it right back. Look, Campbell looking for a foul there, does not get it. Elon passing the ball up the field. And Campbell's defense doesn't get it out, but gets it away from Elon's feet. And now the ball does dribble out. The ref waves the flag. It is Elon's ball. This could be a great opportunity for the Phoenix right here. And Ava Hellner passing it back. Maybe looking to regroup, kicking the ball sky high right here. And J-Lo Verada comes out of her net. And Campbell's defense a bit confused here, but gets it out ultimately. Offsides. Offsides is what the refs are calling here. But it is a corner kick for Elon. So
looked like a little bit of miscommunication, actually confusion here. As we look to the replay between the refs. Yeah, that first play right when J-Lo Verada comes up there, it looks like potentially called an Ashley Brio. That flag went straight in the sky, so that corner kick gets erased. Will be a goal kick here for Verada, who hit the deck pretty hard, but looks to be all right.
And Campbell must be happy about that. Elon with the momentum there. If they were to have gotten a corner kick, that could have been a shot on goal, leading to a goal. So definitely happy about that. As the ball goes back to the midfield, Elon meets it and passes it back to their defense.
You definitely caught a break there if you're the Camels defense. Potentially outnumbered there and had the ball in your 18 with your goalie out of goal.
And as a goalie, it's great to be aggressive, but there comes a point where you're too aggressive, and you don't want to put that on the line for your team because that definitely could have resulted in a goal.
Yeah, that was the second time we've seen J-Lo Verada come out basically the same point and not catch the ball. That one took a stumble.
And as the ball goes out of bounds, Elon, speedy with it, getting the ball in, getting it back to the middle. Ashley Brio kicking it up. And we see number 20, Kelly Degnan, going after it, but ultimately not working in her favor. Still Elon ball, though, in Campbell's defensive end.
They will take that time to give substitutions. Some of those players we saw earlier, Ashley Brio, get some rest, as does Jordan Green.
Number 6, Grace Gelhaus. Number 3,
and Jess Beck, the freshman,
Lydia
comes off
Totten. And
for
27,
those offensive
Gabby
weapons we've
Hoshak.
seen in Gabby Hoshak, Lydia Totten, and Grace Gelhaus.
And for the Campbell Camels, we see Ella Winicka come in for number 9, Alyssa Tucker, giving her a rest there. Still Elon's ball on the sideline. Passing it into Gabby Hoshak. Getting it to the middle. And with some speed with a shot on net. And J-Lo Verada hitting it out of bounds, giving Elon a corner kick here. They need to use their momentum right now. Get a shot on net. Put some pressure on Campbell.
Absolutely, we see them crowd the box. We see this shot one more time by Kennedy Jones, just a little wide. Wouldn't have gone in even without the hand there by J-Lo Verada. Results in a corner kick. It looks like Grace Gelhaus will be the one to take it here.
And the kick is off. And with another header, Campbell tries to get it out, but J-Lo Verada in the end needs to grab it, gets to the ground, and ultimately has the ball there for the Camels.
Yeah, Zara Fapesi, that header went basically straight back up in the air as we see this replay one more time. Actually even went closer to the goal than where she hit it from. Could have been dangerous, but there, Verada able to come out and fully collapse on the ball.
With the throw-in, Campbell finds some orange jerseys there. Elon just boots it out right into the stands. We see someone catch it. Got to get a new ball on the sideline. Campbell's ball again. And in the corner with the ball, saves it, passing it to the middle. The refs actually say it goes out, so it is going to be Elon's ball right here on the sideline.
This is a dangerous situation if you're the Phoenix. If you're not able to get this ball cleanly in, you're in your defensive third. And it could be a mistake that proves fatal if it ends up at a second goal. But this one, able to move it around. Gabby Hoshak gets it over to Kennedy Jones and back to the near side.
Issa Murdoch collecting it right here, and Campbell meets her right at her feet. Two players just coming right at her. We've seen that a lot tonight, double teaming the person with the ball, and I feel like that's been a really big problem for Elon tonight. They can't get the ball out of these double teams. And here we see a nice little pass to the middle, but Elon's there to meet it.
It's the collapsing on the feet for the Camels defense. They've been able to absolutely just always meet them, whether that's get a body part in front of a kick or get their feet right in front of the Phoenix feet, but not able to do a ton if you're the Phoenix when you've got someone on you that quickly, as Verada just kicks that one out over the food stand here at Redfield.
And we see sort of an urgency from this Elon team, getting really speedy, getting the ball in. The pass to the middle, it goes. Campbell redirects it to the sideline and then passes it up, but Rachel Buckle is there to meet it. And Issa Murdoch passing it to the middle. Campbell blocking it. Issa Murdoch with the second attempt with a shot. Now we see Lydia Taunton with the ball at her feet, with another shot on goal, putting pressure on Campbell. But their defense is just relentless right now, stopping every ball that gets hit their way. And right now we see a trip that does not get called. Elon keeping at it with the ball, looking back.
Whether it's a stomach or a foot or a head, the Camels keep seeming to get some sort of body part on a kick. That one goes out of bounds off the back line, which will yet another corner kick. Phoenix now in their fifth or sixth, I should say. The fifth corner kick tonight has not prevailed in anything else. We see this one, that one's the header right outside the box. And then from Lydia Totten, that one goes off the post.
And with the header, and J-Lo Verrata with the amazing save, getting the ball out of the net, hitting it right over and not letting Elon get that goal. That was a great play by J-Lo Verrata right there.
We may have seemed a little critical at some points on J-Lo Verrata's intensity as we see this one more time. But she has made some incredible plays right at the bar, able to poke it. Does result in another corner kick, but on the other side where the Phoenix haven't had too much luck.
And with a short little pass, Elon kicks it to the middle with the header, and it goes out on Elon. It's Campbell's ball.
Katie Lowe looked a little bit upset after that one goes off her head and out of bounds. We get almost a full line change here.
4 subs for the Campbell team. 27, 24, 16, and 11 all go in for the Camels, giving them some fresh legs there.
Number 16.
Yeah, it looks like almost even maybe 5 subs there, like almost full line change like we see maybe in hockey or in basketball. Definitely fresh legs has been the story for the Camels, always coming out and have been able to continue to play their pace of play, which may be much quicker than the Phoenix have been playing tonight. That one, Phoenix wanted. Ref rules it off of the Camels.
And in the beginning, we talked a lot about how the Camels needed to keep up with the Phoenix. But now, like in the second half of this game, it seems to be the opposite of the storyline that we said earlier.
Yeah, especially in that first about 5 to 10 minutes of the game, the Phoenix looked to be controlling pace, but since then, the script has been flipped by these Camels. They've been fighting to keep the ball in their possession and in their speed of play.
And it just shows if you fight fire with fire, good things are going to happen. And that is exactly what Campbell is doing. Taking a look at the stats quickly, talking about shots, we see Elon with 14 shots during this match. Campbell only with 3, yet we look at the scoreboard, it is 1-0 Campbell. What does that say about this Elon and Campbell matchup?
The Campbell defense has just been so strong. We've said it so many times. We're starting to sound like a broken record, Riley. But they're able to just get a body part in front of them. None of them, only 4 have been on goal. That's 10 shots that have been protected by that back line and made J-Lo Verrata's life maybe a little bit easier tonight.
Yeah, and Campbell's 1 goal has been on their 1 shot on goal. They are 1 for 1 tonight. So that's kind of interesting to see. And also, going back to what you said with the shots on goal, Elon does have more. They just haven't been able to prioritize off of it. But right here we see another foot race going to the net, and Campbell ultimately gets it back to J-Lo Verrata, and she boots it out. And Ava Hellner with the ball, with the boot, and Campbell again blocking the shot by Elon. Elon's gonna need to figure out a way to get around this because this is a constant that has been happening tonight, and they have not been able to find a hole. And Campbell with the shot, very close to the net. They're very scary right there, but it's okay because Katie Bisgrove has got the net on lock. That could have been a bad scenario right there, as they got a second chance opportunity on net, as we see in this replay with that header. But, you know, Katie Bisgrove's right there ready to catch the ball.
Yeah, an offside even called on that first opportunity there, as Grace Gelhaus was a little bit behind the Campbell offensive player, I should say.
And J-Lo Verrata kicking the ball out. Campbell meets it, kicking it back to their defensive line, and Elon ultimately getting the ball here. Passing it up to Issa Murdoch. We see some physicality from this Campbell defense, something we have been seeing all night. Looking for a pass back here. Rachel Buckle. Handing it back up. And up the sideline they go. With a pass to Grace Galhouse. Ball goes back to the middle, and Campbell's just there meeting it like they do every time in this match. And Grace Galhouse to the middle. Campbell with the header, keeping it out, but it's still in. And Campbell with the clear there. Elon with the resilience here, keeping the ball in with another shot. J-Lo Verada hopping on that ball, not letting it go past her. Doing a great job in net tonight for the Camels. And with just about 20 minutes left of this game, what does Elon need to do to shift the momentum? They are getting a lot of looks here right now, but Campbell's defense has just been on lock.
I think that's the hardest part, is when they've got this momentum, Riley, and they've had these opportunities, there's just always been a Campbell defender in front of them, or the ball's going straight to Verada. One of the two. As counter comes out here for Jess Beck, coming back on. But the Phoenix have had those opportunities, and it's not that they're not doing well with them and taking good and smart decision shots here. They just haven't been able to get around the bodies of the Campbell defenders.
And it's not like Elon is playing bad. Campbell is just playing better. Like we said earlier with the stats, if Elon ends up not being able to get a goal here, their point talk line at the end of the game when they meet in the locker room after is going to be, we had plenty more shots than them, but we couldn't get one in. And that's definitely going to be the issue they're going to need to address, because 15 shots to 3 shots and you're losing is not a good stat line. Out of bounds the ball goes. Ref says it's Campbell ball. Looking to pass it in here. And we see Kennedy Jones there, giving it to Lydia Ton, who looks to pass it up the field just a little bit too far for Grace Galhouse. Campbell ball. And we see a sub here, number 25, Tyler Boggin, going in for number 17, Ella Wineka. Campbell's doing a great job with subbing tonight, getting these fresh legs onto the field. And that could be a reason why they're up 1-0. Tyler Boggin, the fresh sub, already making a difference, getting it up the sideline. And the refs say it's a corner kick for the Campbell Fighting Camels.
Camels here. We see it one more time. The defense looked to be a slide, almost not even a slide tackle, but she got tripped up there. Absolutely is Rachel Buckle, who has not come off the field. She rarely does. We talked about it. Has played the full 90 in 13 of 14 games outside of that route 7-0 victory over Hampton. Has been that rock in the middle of that back line.
And Abigail Norman with the corner kick. Elon there to meet it. In a race for the ball. Dribbles out of bounds. It is Campbell's ball again. With a quick pass in. Elon gets the ball and starts going up the sideline. Good play by Lydia Totten there, not letting the ball go out. And with a shot on net, Katie Bisgrove gobbles it up. In transition, Elon with the ball, looks to the middle, passes it to the side. Issa Murdoch with the ball, looking to get around the Campbell defenders. And with the shot again, Campbell just there to block it, just like every single other time with another shot on net right there. And J-Lo Verada is there to stop it.
I don't think there's much you can ask for. Maybe better to get around those defenders as Issa Murdoch you see there. But again, she's just always there.
Elon's gonna need to find a way to get around Campbell, or they're not gonna be able to get a shot on net. And Natalie Jamison passing it up to number 11, Emily Rubio, who kicks it out of bounds.
Entering the match for the Campbells.
And we got some subs here. Number 9, Alyssa Tucker, subbing in for number 20, Abby Connolly. Again, with the fresh legs, definitely making a difference for Campbell. And passing it in is Caitlin Boucher with the ball at her feet. And Elon needs to find some urgency here. Get the ball out of their end. Have a good transition up the field and get some shot attempts on goal. And out of bounds, the ball goes off of Campbell's feet. Elon ready to pass it in. Gives it to Issa Murdoch, and back to Grace Galhouse it goes. We see a little fall there by Elon, and Campbell gets the ball back. Going to the corner, Ava Kagner. Still with the ball, Campbell shoots the soccer ball into the sky there, and Elon's there to meet it with the header. Campbell gets it back. And Emily Rubio in the corner trying to juke out Grace Galhouse, and she does. And Elon ultimately there to stop the first attempt, but the second attempt goes sky high. Katie Bisgrove hits down. Elon's defense ultimately gets it out of their zone. And the refs say it's Elon ball. What a great defensive effort there from Elon, not letting Campbell get that second opportunity on net. And Katie Bisgrove saves the ball from going out right there and picks it up, ready to kick it out to Elon's offense.
Yeah, shades of the Campbells we've seen all night. Once inside the box, Campbell has been able to just deny other opportunities with players outside of their goalkeeper in J-Lo Verada, and that's what we saw there by the Phoenix. Other people able to get their head, their feet, to get that ball back up in the sky until Katie Bisgrove could have a chance.
And a foul here on Campbell.
Doesn't look like a foul there is going to be called. Look, there was a lot of contact. Even players on the field thought there might be a foul called, even though Katie Lowe was the one that hit the ground. But the ref there was just signaling which way the ball was going after it went out of bounds. Goes straight back out of bounds in Campbell's favor as well. They need to capitalize if they want to get up 2-0.
And Elon needs a little energy boost here. They got to get their whole squad up the field, and that is just what they're doing right now. Issa Murdoch maybe looking for Grace Galhouse, but Campbell's defense is just there, blocking it. And another fall by Elon, maybe looking for another foul. Doesn't get called, and Campbell gets the ball back. And Elon kicking the ball out there. We see some subs coming in for Campbell. And here, looking at this replay, we see a lot of aggressiveness coming from both teams. Some trips, some falls. The play goes on, though. And this is what we expected to see in this CAA matchup between Campbell and Elon tonight.
Right after that play, even another takedown, an aggressive play between Galhouse And Bogan, is this one in the feet of the Phoenix?
Kennedy Jones in the middle, passes it back off. Looks to the corner to Issa Murdoch, and she goes to the middle. And the play is called offsides. It's Campbell's ball with a free kick. And that has definitely been an issue tonight for Elon, with a lot of offsides calls compared to Campbell's only 2. Yep. It has been getting rid of opportunities that Elon could have had.
Absolutely. It's the 5th one we've seen tonight. Not necessarily out of the ordinary, but that amount and those looks and opportunities taken away definitely hurts the Phoenix, especially late in a crucial game for standings-wise. We talked about it. Win out. The Phoenix have the destiny in their hands. They're already up coming into the day. Would result in the first regular season conference championship for the Phoenix since 2001. Katie Lowe, the grad student, the only player on the team alive when that happened for Elon last time. But it stands right here. They've got some work to do in the last game and about 12 minutes here.
And Campbell, again, meeting Elon's offensive strides here. Just getting the ball out of their defensive end. And Rachel Buckle coming up here with the boot. Looking for an Elon player. Couldn't find it. Campbell gets the ball back. And that has just been the story of tonight. Elon getting these opportunities. Like we said, 15 shots to 5. Elon is up. But Campbell's defense is just there every time, stopping the ball. We've seen great plays from J.Lo Verada. And now we see a sub come in. Ava Hellner for number 17, Lauren McCauley, given her a rest.
We talked about controlling pace of play a lot so far today. The speed that we thought it was going to be the Phoenix controlling the fast-pacedness has been the Camels. If you're Campbell now, you're taking your time on throw-ins like that, on most things in your defensive third when there is no pressure maybe from the Phoenix. You're not trying to rush anything too fast, but if you're the Phoenix, you see right here as Gabby Hoshak gets that ball right back in, you have to be playing with some sort of sense of urgency. Down 1, 10 minutes to play. Looking for the 3 points, not just the 1 point tonight. You've got to be playing with some urgency.
Grace Gelhaus with the ball. Looks to Issa Murdoch. And now we see Lydia Taunton dumping it to the middle. Looking to find a hole, looking to find a spot where a Campbell defender isn't. Elon trying to get a good opportunity on net. And Rachel Buckle meets the ball. And Campbell just heads it away. But Elon gets it back with the shot on net. Campbell heads it away and with another shot just over the net. These are the opportunities Elon needs to take priority of, and they're just missing the net by a small amount, but it's just enough for these opportunities not to be good and not to be able to get a shot on net.
You see it one more time. A great move there by Gabby Hoshak to get that further in off the head. We see it one more from another angle. That one, good defensive play to limit that first attempt. Jess Beck tries to get it back in, but just sails it a little too high. We talked about it. The time saving and time consumption that the Camels are going to try to do here is now about 30 seconds. J.Lo Verada is taking off the clock right now.
And that is a great example of the relentlessness Elon needs to have. Campbell, they just kept taking the ball away from them. And Elon, they just kept getting it back. As we see Katie Bisgrove come out of her net with the throw up the sideline to number 9, Katie Lowe. And that is what Elon can't be doing, passing it right to the other team's feet. With just under 9 minutes left, they're going to need to fix that.
You see it on your camera, that close shot. Some discourse back and forth between the players. Gabby Hoshak went to pass the ball, thought it was hers, goes in Campbell's direction. Thought it was hers. Gives it to number 3 in Abigail Normand. She didn't like that a ton. Ball bounces back down. Hoshak says you're going to take it now as we get another substitution to stop a play after that longer play there. No card brought out. Ref wasn't talking to anyone after that play, but definitely we've talked about it's been a physical game, a little bit of discourse there.
Definitely, definitely. And we see Natalie Jamison come in for Ava Kagner right here. Getting some fresh legs. Campbell looks to pass it in. Find an orange jersey. Elon meets it with the header. Issa Murdoch passing it to the other side of the field. Hellner. The ball up the sideline goes Rachel Buckle. And Campbell just there again.
Gelhaus takes a tumble. All out of play. No unsportsmanlike stuff there. Just hard fought after that header there by the Camels.
And Issa Murdoch with the shot, and Campbell again just getting in front of it. As it goes off Campbell, though, Elon does get an opportunity with a corner kick here. As we see in this replay, Grace Gelhaus goes up. Ball ends up with Issa Murdoch and just right off of the head of number 23 for Campbell.
Yeah, right off the eye, Boucher, as this one gets sent in. And not much can happen there.
And with that corner kick, Campbell just there again, getting the ball out. Elon being resilient, getting the ball back. We see Kennedy Jones trying to get around. She just can't find a way. The ball goes out of bounds, and the refs say it's Elon ball. And we see the ball go to the middle and back to Elon's feet with the shot. And again, just over. Something we have seen a lot of tonight.
I think something maybe we underestimated, Riley, coming into this matchup when we were talking before the broadcast was maybe that resilience and just strength out of that back line of the Camels. We talked a lot about them in about the first about 15 minutes or so, about the Phoenix back line. And yes, they've been strong. Only allowed 2 shots on goal, 5 shots total, one of which did go in to the back of the net. But it's the 17 shots and only 4 on goal for the Camels.
And if you're the Camels, you're coming into Rudd Field playing the top team in the CAA. They needed to come with urgency, and they did. And a pass to the middle. And the ball kicked out by the Campbells. Elon meeting it again, though. Looking for Elon feet. Issa Murdoch finds herself with the ball and falls to the ground. No call there. Elon's not too happy about that.
The entire sideline up and roaring on that one. Issa Murdoch looks to be fine as she gets back up. Ball goes closer to her way. But no call. Was definitely a little surprising there as no foul called. It's been a low foul game, only 4 for each squad, even in a pretty physical matchup. But ended up going out of bounds in the Phoenix favor. Looks to me now called an offsides. 6th one of the night for the Phoenix. Cannot be happening this late in the game, just about 4.5 minutes or so. Down 1, you can't be having that, especially this late into the season on your home turf.
And that has been a downfall tonight. Another shots update here. Elon adding a few more with 17 now. Campbell still at 5. Definitely going to be an important topic to touch on after this game. Still with time left, though, Elon looks to get a shot on goal with about 4 minutes left here at Rudd Field. And Campbell just always there. We see a slight push from number 12, Ava Hellner, and that is called a foul by the refs. Campbell will get a free kick here right about at midfield.
That's the fouls we were talking about, where we hadn't seen a ton of, but absolutely comes in hard, looking for the ball, just doesn't get a ton of it, but gets mostly player. Obviously going to be called a foul there. but just the 5th of the game. More time comes off here. This one's sent from the midline, basically, of the Phoenix, for the Phoenix.
And if you're Elon, you do not want to be going into the CAA tournament losing your first game at home all of this season in your second to last game. That is not going to be good for team morale or anything, so they are going to need to build each other up and be a support system for each other and figure out how they can get around this if this game does end up going in Campbell's favor.
Yeah, absolutely. Was hoping to be potentially a host. If the Phoenix got the 1 seed, get the bye, the entire championship would have to go through Red Field potentially. Now potentially, with just about 3 minutes to play and down 1, could be losing their first game here on Red Field this season. Not the look they expected to see on this Thursday night.
Definitely not, but don't count the Phoenix out of having all of the playoff games going through Red Field, because there is still a way that they can get that number 1 spot. And it's going to be Campbell's ball as the ball goes out of bounds here on the sideline. If you're Campbell coming out of this game, you're feeling great. You still are in the postseason race here. Maybe you'll get an opportunity to get into the postseason, like I just said. So you're gonna go into your final game of the season with a great mood here after getting the first win against Elon on their home turf.
Campbell still has to travel to Charleston, who's in that 6th spot right now. So if that win here would put them at 12 conference points, Charleston sits at 13 coming into the night.
And Lydia Taunton passes the ball to Rachel Buckle in the middle. Buckle with the shot. And J-Lo Verada there to stop it.
Ref there making sure there's no delay game penalties or delay game fouls or anything like that called, as Verada had been taking her time previously. You see this shot once again from Rachel Buckle, not able to get it all the way in. That one's sent back over the midline.
And Campbell here just trying to waste time kicking the ball out, having some great time management skills here. Lydia Taunton in the midfield. Passes it off to Kennedy Jones. Getting tracked down. And again, we see Elon with the ball. We see number 24 on Elon chasing the ball out. Putting it down for J-Lo Verada, trying to save some time for this Phoenix squad with just 1 minute left of this match.
Remaining in the match.
Verada taking her sweet time. We can hear here the Elon sideline counting like a basketball ref down the sideline, looking for the judge to call some sort of delay of game. It's about 30 seconds here left in this one. It's a good sign to be on this offensive third for the Phoenix. That foul doesn't help. Against Rachel Buckle, just about 20 seconds. Time will dwindle down here for the Phoenix.
And things just didn't go the Phoenix's way tonight. Out shooting Campbell by a big amount, 18-5. Out shooting them with shots on goal also, 4-2. The offsides calls were not helping Elon tonight. And as the clock hits 0-0, Campbell becomes the first team to